Lissa here for a very special Lissa video. I have these two wonderfully amazing people. Nate from Raw Nanny Nate and Linda from Live Love Raw. Hi. My new family. We are doing a very special video today, which is actually in response to an Instagram live that we did, and somebody asked what was the difference between the cost of eating a raw vegan diet versus eating just a regular plain vegan diet. So we decided to do a little video on that. My take on it is that it depends on if you're doing a junk food vegan diet or just a regular vegan diet, because you know, you can get cheap beans, rice, potatoes, and that kind of thing. But if you're doing things like almond milks and donuts and like the vegan box stuff, like
the transition meats and cheeses, the ice creams,
so expensive. So it depends on what kind of vegan diet you're going to be doing.
Right.
If you're going to be doing a very, very simple one with just rice and beans and potatoes, it can be very, very, very inexpensive, and raw can be more expensive. But if we are doing a raw, right, it can be more expensive. And it can also be more expensive if you're eating all organic. True. Either way, vegan or raw, it can be more expensive when you're doing organic. And also if you're buying out of season. Like in Canada, pineapple can be $7 in the winter.
Right. True. Yeah.
I know, it's
That's
nuts.
Crazy.
So really just depending on what you're buying. Yeah, definitely.
So do you find it cheaper?
I'd say, you know, probably looking at my receipts of what I've been spending, it's probably about comparable, maybe 20 to 30 bucks more being raw. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're eating more heads of lettuce. We're eating more of this and that and the other thing.
But the big thing is, go ahead, Mom.
Well, the thing that what I've noticed is if you stick with like mono foods for your meals, and you don't go and, you know, do dehydrated foods and make all these different specialty foods, then it's definitely cheaper. But, you know, it gets very, very boring.
Sure.
Very boring. And so you need to mix it up just to keep yourself satiated.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. I find like, you know, like, hey, just wanted to give you guys, you know, what's up with Jack. This is Jack Albright's shirt.
Yeah, this one too.
Love it. Big ups to Jack Albright, Raw Tropical Living. So being a guy, I like it just to be quick and easy and simple. You know, I don't have a lot of time to, you know, make something, you know, pretty extravagant, say for every single meal. So it's, you know, maybe just, you know, lemon water in the morning, you know, around 10 o'clock, have like a melon, you know, then lunchtime I have a salad. Come home, get an ice cream in my system immediately while I might make another salad, and pretty much there's the day, you know. Calorie intake, I know people are freaked out, like, oh, are you getting enough calories? You know, where are you getting your protein? And oh, that scares me. But I feel really good. Like I don't feel like if I'm hungry, I'll eat. You know, I'll eat a little bit more. I'll have some more fruit. I'll make some more ice cream. Maybe have another salad.
Bananas are a great go-to. Easy, right there.
So it is kind of monotonous, I guess, in a sense, really. But then, you know, when I'm watching other people around me that are eating, say, standard American style or even, you know, cooked vegan, it's pretty monotonous the same there too. Yeah,
you got people who are eating the same breakfast sandwich for breakfast, or cereal, or coffee and
breakfast
a bagel,
burrito,
right? But it's the same thing every single day. So when people sometimes ask me, they're like, "Don't you get bored eating raw?" And I'm like, well, I wasn't bored of eating Doritos every day.
Sure.
And I ate them every day.
But then the big thing is why we decided to make this video is that like the key point is you're missing the nutrients. You're nutrient deficient. So even if you're eating cooked vegan, which, you know, it's a lot better, it's definitely, a lot better, you still aren't getting that nourishment that your body needs when you're getting something fresh. Just eating something fresh.
And you're getting that volume, because when you're raw, you do have to eat more, so you do spend more money on those foods, but you get a lot more out of those foods. You get more fiber, more nutrition, more hydration, which is so important too with the minerals.
And you need, you know, with raw vegan, you need to remember that I love you too, but you need to remember that you digest the raw foods a lot faster, so you're going to be more hungry. So always be prepared. Never leave the house without, you know, fruit, bananas, oranges, apples, whatever.
And why is it though that you digest these foods faster?
Well, because it breaks down faster.
Yeah.
We don't produce the enzymes to break down the cellulose in the vegetables as easily as we do fruits. Fruits are out of our digestive system, our stomach, and into our intestinal tract within 15 to 20 minutes. Whereas salads take longer, and then if you add nuts and seeds to that in your dressings, and then it takes definitely a lot longer to
And then
digest,
say even take it a step further and go with a cooked vegan meal. Say you've got like nice sweet potato with some smart balanced butter, right, all over it. And then you've also got like, some steamed vegetables, a big old bowl of Brussels sprouts, say, with more smart balanced butter all over it, right, and salt.
From the fat.
And then you've got, say, like a nice big old, chunk of, seitan or Satan, however you say it. Tempeh or tofu or something, if you're trying to go for some sort of a protein of some sort, to have like a mock standard American, home cooked meal being steak, potatoes, and vegetables or something. So now to break that down.
In cost.
In cost,
yeah.
It's hard to say, like, really, it's somewhat comparable. I mean, really, But
you also have to account for the dehydrating factor of cooked foods.
Exactly.
There's no hydration in cooked foods.
Right.
And so you have to drink. You have to drink water or drink something with it to help move it along and out of your digestive tract.
And when you're not drinking enough water, because drinking water isn't as hydrating as actual food. They did a study where the people eating the cucumber were twice as hydrated as the people drinking the water, the same amount of water.
Right.
So when you're when you're eating dehydrated foods, people think, I'll drink more water, but you're not getting twice the hydration, right? You're getting half the hydration, but you're also using that hydration to digest your food. So your body is already in like a 2 times deficit.
Right.
And then take into the fact that people are like, okay, I need to drink more water to digest this food. So they eat the food and then they drink the water, which is diluting the hydrochloric acid.
Yep. And so that even inhibits the breakdown even further of the foods. So you're looking at your food coming out the other end into the toilet. Oh yeah, there's what I had for dinner last night.
Right. It's not digested.
It's not digested.
Fully. Yeah. So it's all about digestion and bowel transit time.
Right, exactly.
How fast does it move through your system?
And juicing fruits and vegetables, even though it's liquid and the nutrients of the fruits and vegetables are actually pulled from the plant matter, you assimilate this so much faster than you do water.
Yeah.
You really do.
Yeah.
So.
And then another key point, which we were just talking, when you're drinking a juice, how imperative it is to rinse your mouth out.
Yes.
With distilled water or a baking soda water.
Especially citrus, because citrus will just destroy your enamel on your teeth.
Yeah, which is why you use the straw.
I use the straw, always a straw, so it bypasses my teeth.
We are going to be making straws.
Yes.
So that's going to be a product that, and they're going to be handmade by us.
Yeah, so I have a glass shop. These will be all glass handmade straws, and we're working on the decals right now to get some decals or decals, however they say it, decals, decals, potato, right?
In Canada.
So we'll get some decals made for these things with like some mandalas and some words of affirmation.
I know, like,
I'm really excited, and then we can not use the plastic straws. Of course, these are nice because they're reusable. Some people have metal.
And they're BPA free, but still, it's still plastic.
Sure.
Nice,
So to have a glass one would be pretty clean, pretty sterile.
But all in all,
all in all, the price difference.
For the price difference, I think I personally save money eating raw because I used to eat a lot of junk.
Yeah.
And I didn't experience a vegan budget because I never was vegan. I went straight from standard North American with meat, cheese, junk, eggs, takeout, all that, eggs, everything. Straight to raw. Yeah. But from going from standard North American straight to raw, I saved probably a good $300 or $400 a month.
I bet.
But it's because I'm not buying all those animal products, but also I used to do 1 to 2 energy drinks a day, which is $4 to $8 a day.
Yeah, so if you count in your coffee and your smoothie or whatever you might have, or your energy drinks,
or bars,
or your energy bars,
protein shakes, you gotta spend like $90 on those.
So just not even including the grocery shopping trip and your little outings, I mean, say if you were to just go grocery, in which we were thinking that'd be a pretty fun video, like go hand in hand basket,
Yes.
and one basket's filled with like enough meals to make like dinners, 4 or 5 dinners, as well as some leftovers for lunches and a few breakfasts. Same raw and cooked vegan.
Yeah, just raw and then cooked vegan, and see what the price difference
See what
would
it
be.
really is.
But I honestly, I think that vegan can be cheaper than raw, but what are you saving? You're just saving money, and it's okay to do just vegan if you are on a limited, strict budget and you just can't do it.
Yeah.
You could default to some of those cheaper foods just to get you
rice,
through.
lentils,
rice,
beans,
lentils, beans, potatoes.
Yep.
But even potatoes can get expensive too when you're buying a lot of them. So it really.
But then again, another thing is, so okay, if anybody's out there trying to like heal themselves or like really reset themselves, then if you're if you're combining those kinds of foods, it's harder on your system to digest those foods mixed in. So it is.
Yeah, you utilize the energy to digest the foods instead of healing your body. So you're kind of cutting yourself.
You're
short.
cutting. Yeah, you're cutting yourself short. There's different things it's not necessarily beneficial for you because you're robbing yourself of those nourishing principles that you're trying to eat the food for. You're like, I'm gonna eat this, it's vegan, because man, I was like, all right, I'm vegan, and working in a cardiac unit and seeing a vegan come into my unit twice, I'm like, wait a minute, you're vegan, you shouldn't be here, how are you having to have a stent? Okay, now they weren't vegan their whole life.
And a stent is?
And a stent, so what a stent is you have a clogged straw, clogged hose, artery, right, in your body. And so what they do is...
That's feeding your heart.
That's feeding your heart. They come up with a little camera, and they put in this balloon and open that section. But just that section of the hose is opened. The rest of the funk over here and down over here is still clogged. So the stent is just kind of like putting a little Band-Aid on it for a second. But the thing is this particular patient was eating a lot of mock vegan cheeses.
Probably high fat
and
lots
high
of
oil.
oils.
And these are water-based machines that these
Yeah.
avatars. They're avatars. Like our souls drive these machines around. All of ours look a little different, have different mindsets and whatnot, but they all are basically working off the same biochemical, principles.
Right. We're basically food processors.
Yeah.
What we put in our body either hurts us or helps us.
Yeah.
And
so we have those pyramids, and I really like that one that I saw yesterday with all the
Yes.
degenerative foods along the bottom, which are so addictive, and they're so pumped, and they're so glamorized, and we know throughout our upbringing of like, we'd go get a treat. It's like a treat to go to like the drive-in A&W or In-N-Out or whatever, which, then that's like in your head. You're like, I'm going to treat myself today.
Treat myself. And you grow up with that affirmation that this junk is a treat. When we should be treating ourselves like a treat for my body is a gigantic plate of raw sushi. Like that's a treat.
That's a treat.
It
Right?
was so beautiful too. The presentation was
with
just
the drizzle on top and
So
the black
good.
like that to me is a treat.
So Stacy Smith says, should she wait a particular time before drinking after her meal?
Yes, you should probably drink. If you're going to drink any water, it should always be distilled, just so you know. But you should drink about an hour before you eat, because then it's already assimilated through your stomach. And so when you eat, it doesn't interfere with the hydrochloric acid dilution.
Yeah, because it can take hours for you to digest, but if you drink before, there's nothing there to really interfere.
So if you have a salad with a nut-based, dressing, it's going to take a while longer for that to digest through your stomach. Whereas if you ate like a watermelon or several, pounds of grapes or oranges or fruit, they just digest so much faster.
15 to 20 minutes.
15 to 20 minutes.
So now how long should you wait after you eat?
So if you eat fruit, you can wait, 30 minutes and then drink
30 minutes.
liquids. Yeah, drink teas, drink your teas or, distilled water. Or
now say, how about you're eating a cooked vegan meal?
Yeah, you should wait. You should probably wait at least an hour after you eat to drink. So if you do eat cooked vegan, my suggestion is to fill your plate with fruits first and eat fruit first.
Yeah, and then have just a small amount of
of your baked
cooked
potato and vegetables,
Yeah.
vegetables or whatever. But
it's always best to eat predominantly raw. Like if you are going to include some cooked food, like if you can't afford to go all raw and you have to get the potatoes, maybe a little bit of grains here and there to get you through it, make sure that as much as you possibly can get is raw.
Is the raw.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you do want to eat like a steamed, sweet potato and some broccoli, then have some grapes. Let's say you start off your meal with grapes, and then you wait 15 minutes, 20 minutes, then you'll have a little salad. And then you wait 15, 20 minutes after that, and then you can have your steamed vegetables.
Yeah, just so everything's
Food
not
combining
combined.
is huge. It really is huge in our, and we were not taught food combining. I wasn't.
Right. No.
No,
We're
one was.
still not
Yeah.
taught
Yeah,
food
no,
combining.
it's just not even thought of.
Yeah.
But it all really makes a difference, if you eat grains and vegetables together versus fruits.
And that's why I
salad,
always do the lemon water first thing in the morning, because you're breaking your fast overnight.
Right.
Have my lemon water, and then I do fruit for breakfast, a light salad for lunch, and then I save my heavier stuff like my darker greens and whatever
Right.
for. And that's why we
Right.
eat dessert first.
Dessert
Absolutely.
first.
Eat your
Fastest
nice cream
cars
first.
Eat
So
your nice
do
cream
your nice cream first,
Yes.
and then
So
have your salad.
why would we recommend distilled water? Which water distilled do you recommend?
So I have a new home water distiller. I found out about distilled water back in 2003 when I originally was diagnosed with kidney cancer on my right kidney, and I had that removed, and by the grace of God, the urologist said, okay, I don't want you cooking or drinking anything but distilled water from now on. And I was a cardiac nurse, and I didn't think anything of it. I didn't question him. I just took his word as God, like 99% of the population today, because we all believe doctors know everything. Yeah. So got a distiller, drank distilled water. Well, it took 11 years because I did not change my standard American diet one bit.
Right.
It took 11 years for the tumor or my body to say, hey, you're still not in balance. So to come back on my left kidney.
Yeah.
So distilled water is basically a negative ion. Everything that is inorganic in our bodies that we intake, either tap water, spring water, all kinds of different foods, processed foods. When you read the back of a label of a can and you can't read the ingredients, that's all chemicals.
Yeah.
They're toxic to our bodies. Our body basically, you ingest it, it assimilates it, our body assimilates it and stores it as a toxin, so it puts a coating of fat around it to save it and protect our body. Well, what distilled water does is it basically, and all these inorganic minerals are a positive ion. So distilled water attracts that positive ion, and you basically filter it out through your stool. So I'm in my 60s.
Amazing.
I don't have arthritis.
Right? Who would have thought?
I'm very blessed. I'm in my mid-60s. I've fallen a couple of times with them watching. Never, by the grace of God, didn't break a bone or anything, but, I don't have osteoporosis. I'm not on any medications at all. I was on 5 medications when I was diagnosed with my left kidney cancer in 2014.
Yeah.
Got off all those, so.
Yeah.
Amazing stories.
Yeah.
Well, we could go on and
But
on
yes.
and on. And we will, because these two are going to do an interview, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So we're going to film that. But I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching this video. And if you liked this video and the style of like the little conversation that we just had together, please click like and subscribe to my channel to get notifications for more. You can find me on Facebook, Lissa's Raw Food Romance, on Instagram at Raw Food Romance, on Snapchat, Lissa Raw Vegan, and you can get my recipe book on Amazon. Just search Melissa Raimondi, or you can search plant-based strips and dressings. It should come up. This is the printed version.
Amazing book.
But
Amazing.
yeah, but you can get ebook versions, which are cheaper. You can follow the link right here to get that. And then Nate is...
And you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, all Raw Natty Nate.
Yeah. And Mr. Linda.
And I have a YouTube channel. I don't have anything on there yet, but I will be soon. But I'm on Instagram as Live Love Raw.
And Live Love Raw as YouTube
As
too.
YouTube
So,
also.
so watch for her, go follow her, and follow Nate because
Yes.
he's awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, you're awesome too.
Love you guys.
But yeah, love you guys, and thank you so much for joining in. We love you so much, and until the next video,
Fruit
Fruit
on.
on.
Have a
Love you
blessed
guys.
day.
All right.